What's going on, guys? It's your boy Ben, back again, your favourite fat man. Thank you for my 26 subscribers. Appreciate the love. There's not been much content for you guys. I do apologise. I'm going to blame coronavirus, but that's not really why. Obviously, at the start of the year, I was doing my 52-week challenge, Ben vs Obesity, thinking, what can go wrong? And then lockdown happened, and we got a global pandemic, so a lot could go wrong. Again, that's not an excuse or anything, that is just pure facts. Today what we're going to do, we're going to talk about a few different things actually. We're going to talk about my weight gain at the moment, purely for the fact because gyms have closed. My whole routine went out the window as soon as lockdown came in. Didn't have gyms to go to straight after work, and my whole routine just went out the window. And then with that, we're going to talk a little bit about mental health, because not many people like to talk about mental health. And at the moment, I think it's quite a touchy subject for men in particular, because for some reason there's a stigma against us that we should be the man. But sometimes it's not the case really. So we'll go with obviously pre-lockdown. We started the journey. Thank you for the people that obviously were sharing the videos. The support that I got from quite a few people was actually a bit surprising. I didn't really do anything, but I got a bit of love, so I appreciate the love. So yeah, pre-lockdown, we was going back to the gym, we was eating right, we was running at least 5-6 times a week, gymming at least 3-4 times a week. Life was going good, I was back on track. And then obviously with lockdown coming in and the pandemic, with people that do understand how routine can mess up weight loss, it was a big impact in my life actually. And with that, I started gaining weight, and then with gaining weight, this is where we go on to the mental health kind of situation. I'm gonna be one that's gonna stick it out there. I suffered this whole lockdown. I suffered from quite a deep depression and anxiety. I think from the start, I always had a little bit of anxiety in there, just because of weight gain. No one likes to, from where I was before to going back up to the weight I was. It wasn't a good thing for me personally, and I think that had quite a big effect on my mental health. And again, a lot of people don't like to speak about it, but I'm going to talk about my situation with lockdown coming into place. We was obviously stuck indoors constantly, and with that, I lost motivation completely about losing weight. I started this journey thinking I'm going to be on this, bang, 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 this video, that video, that video. I made a few videos, my face looked fatter, as fat as it does look now. Look, you can see by the weight, my chest is all flabby. Everything about me at the moment isn't what I want to be at. And I think that kind of affected me mentally. And that's kind of where my anxiety went through the roof. I was going back into a deep place where I didn't want to go out to places. Obviously, you couldn't because of lockdown. So that was quite thankful. But I could tell the way I was going, no gym, wasn't going out running. I went onto a bad diet where I wasn't eating good enough. It wasn't good enough. And I think that's kind of what affected me. Now, with my anxiety, it didn't just affect myself. It affected others around me. It affected my work life. It affected friendships that I had. And at that point, I was spiraling out of control. If you speak to my mother, if any of you do, especially close friends, you understand the situation that's obviously been going on at home. And that is a bit of a heartbreak, because me and my mum used to be extremely close, and now I feel like we're further apart than we ever was. Due to my anxiety going through the roof, I was acting differently. Certain people, friendships are probably more distant than ever, because I wanted to be on my own, looking horrible, feeling like I wasn't myself. And when you don't feel you're like yourself, you do stupid things. You think dark thoughts. And when you start having those dark thoughts, that's when you know that there is definitely something wrong with you inside. And I know this from previously because it's not the first time it's happened to me. Thankfully, I beat it before. So I knew kind of where I needed to get help. But there's always something in the back of your head where you're fighting against yourself, but you can't win. And that's where my head was at. I was getting to a point where, you know what, fighting sometimes isn't worth fighting for. Yeah, so mental health, I think during lockdown, I think a lot, it's not just going to be myself, I don't want to just play a victim card. I think a lot of people would have gone through it because you're stuck at home by yourself with family for, it must have been a good 12 weeks actually. And having no one else to talk to, it was a bad time. I would say this probably been the worst year of a lot of people's lives, especially people that have been affected by COVID and have lost loved ones. I don't have that kind of pain that they will. But fighting yourself with mental health, it's I'm not even sure how to explain it. Unless you've gone through it, then you'll know. But yeah, it was tough, and it was only one point where at work I almost had a breakdown in front of a lot of people, which would have been very embarrassing for myself. That I knew I had to step back from my life that I was in at that time, and seek help. And thankfully, I had very supportive people at work, my managers, supervisors. I couldn't be thankful for them enough because they knew. They could see that there was something wrong with me. I knew there was something wrong with me. I think my mum ended up seeing... I think a lot of people saw in the end that there was something definitely wrong. I have always been the person that people go to with their problems. And I think it got to a point where I was doing too much for others and not thinking about myself. That really put me in that space. And what you need to be doing for people, it's gonna sound so easy for people because unless you go and do it, it's hard. But people need to speak up. And I'm thankful that I had a week off and I had time to reevaluate things and speak to the right people. Sometimes you have to speak to the wrong people to find out that you're speaking to, that you need to speak to. So yeah. With that, I went and spoke to self-referred myself, managed to speak to people that I'd used to before. They've told me to go back into talking therapy. With that, I met a lovely lady named Asha who helped me through the last few weeks through CBT training. But yeah, I think we need to touch on mental health quite a lot because, again, a stigma against men. You need to man up, be the man around the house. I don't think that's the case. I think a lot of people, especially in these times, are suffering with mental health and they don't know it until they get to a dark place. And you look at the amount of suicides and statistics through men and mental health, and it's not okay. Not saying that it isn't worse for women, it's probably exactly the same. But people need to speak, and I was speaking to a few people this current week because I finally finished my last therapy sessions and I've beaten it twice now, so I'm thankful that I spoke to people and made sure I got the right help for myself. But people aren't doing that, and this isn't me pleading for people to go and speak to people because I know it's hard for a lot of people. It was hard for me to come out the second time and say, look, I need help, I am breaking down. But people need the motivation to speak to others. And if I've got anyone, I'm not good. People don't watch my videos. I don't care. I make the videos for myself to motivate myself. If anybody is watching this video now, and I'm asking you, as a person who has suffered before, reach out to a friend, a family member, self-refer. If anybody ever feels like they're alone in the world, there are people out there that are wanting to help you. If you're watching this video now and you don't know anyone you can speak to, I'm gonna post my Instagram in the bio anyway. Just speak to me. I'm a nobody to anyone who's watching this. I'm a nobody, but it's just having that one person that you need to speak to. It clicks in your head knowing that you need help. But again, I'm not a therapist. I don't know how much I can help, but it's just nice to have people around. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm now out of the bad phase. back into routine. I'm training. This last week I've been training, back on my training. I've been dieting well. I've got my list of goals that I need to be doing. There's certain things around the house I know I need to be doing. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I thought I'd just give my 26 subscribers. I can see you guys there. I'll give you like a little update. But yeah, as you can tell, look at the hair's absolute mess. Barbers are opening up soon. Well, they're opening up now, but my barber's always very, very busy. So my next goal for myself with the weight loss, if I'm going to post regular updates on my Instagram, until I get to, I'm going to say 18 stone 10, I'm going to keep the barnet. I'm going to keep it because I know how much I hate it. And that's going to motivate me a little to get into the routine again and start training and get into the best possible me. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. But yeah, let's not take away the fact that COVID has taken a lot of people's lives and we want to respect them people. And, you know, mental health is an issue at this time, but obviously there's a wider pandemic going. But yeah, I'm not too sure where to go with this video now. I hope you've all kind of been keeping well. Again, yeah, if you're suffering, speak to people, because speaking is what gets you better. Even if it doesn't help a little, it could push you into the right direction. So yeah, hope you all are following the journey on the Ben Viso BCE Instagram. I'm going to post that in the description below. Get a little follow, some cheeky likes on there as well. And apart from that, guys, I will see you whenever. Thank you very much for watching.